Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kayla and I make videos about all things BPD. Today I'm excited to share with you 5 reasons why you might have a hard time regulating your emotions. As we know, emotional dysregulation is a core feature of BPD, and when we can gain a better grasp on that, everything gets a lot easier. The first reason why you might have a hard time regulating your emotions is that you might have feelings of guilt and shame about even having emotions. Now I know, trust me, I know how difficult it is to have those roller coaster emotions. These seem to come out of nowhere, and because with BPD we have an elevated basis, when something triggers us or something happens, we get emotionally activated a lot faster than those who don't have this disorder. When we're emotionally activated, it can be really difficult to not react, and this can lead to feelings of guilt and shame. And honestly, these are some of the worst feelings out there because they're so powerful. Shame and guilt is a mental state, but there's also a feedback loop between our mental and our physical. So there's a continuous cycling between these emotions and thoughts and emotions and thoughts that becomes addictive. So what we want to do is get out of these circles or spirals of shame and guilt to help us better process our emotions so that we can understand them and then regulate them. The second reason why you might have a hard time regulating your emotions is that you were never shown how. All of us are a product of our conditioning and parental figures. If we had parents who dealt with big emotions by yelling, screaming, slamming doors, icing people out, giving us the silent treatment, well, these are patterns of behaviors that we're going to pick up. As children, we model what we see. So if what we're seeing is emotional dysregulations or skills that are ineffective, that is what we're going to pick up and model in our own adult lives. The third reason why you may have a hard time regulating your emotions is that you may feel like it's out of your control. Now, I know I get this. For a really long time, I felt like I was out of balance, I was out of control, I was at the mercy of my emotions, and it was like I was stepping onto this emotional roller coaster without wanting to, and that I just needed to write it out however long it took me, whether it was a few days or a week, and this simply is not true. We actually have control over emotions. It's just going to take a little bit of work to get there. As I had mentioned, these are things that you picked up from your parents or others, and that is not your fault. But it is your responsibility to do the work so that you can change. And honestly, just by being here and listening, you're taking the time to learn so that you can do the work to break these generational patterns, and that's amazing. Responsibility breeds empowerment, and that's how we have to see it. You can make the choice to step off this emotional roller coaster, observe your thoughts and emotions, and increase your window of tolerance. This is unfortunately not something that you chose, but you can choose to do better. The fourth reason why you may have a hard time regulating your emotions is that you simply don't have the tools or skills. You might look at DBT skills and think, this is never going to work, this is stupid. So changing your mindset on those can be an important first step. We actually need to try the skills over and over and over and over to see that they do work. It's not a magic fix. You're not going to try something one time and your life is going to be changed. No, this takes a lot of consistency, a lot of hard work. Going to therapy or meeting with a coach or doing something that works for you to make sure that you have the tools in your toolbox is a really important step in ensuring that you can learn how to better regulate your emotions. The fifth and final reason why you may have a hard time regulating your emotions is that you're lacking accountability with yourself to practice those skills. If we don't have accountability with ourselves, we don't have a routine, we don't have a way set up or a system for us to practice those skills in different circumstances of our lives, it's going to be very hard to, one, feel like they're working, and two, see significant change. You can build accountability for yourself by setting up a routine that works for you or joining support groups. So for example, doing the 6-month DBT program. So then you have weekly group meetings as well as individual meetings with your therapist every week. So this makes sure that you're practicing the skills, that you're learning them, that you have other people holding you accountable to make sure that you're doing the work to help to regulate your emotions. Viktor E. Frankl, psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, famously said that between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. All of this is about making this space gradually bigger and bigger. We need to practice effective response and different ways of coping to enlarge that space. And working with that space is really something that has helped me heal along the way. Tuna and I are curious to know what your thoughts are about this video, so make sure to leave a comment in the section below and give this a like if you found it useful, because it is good for the YouTube algorithm, meaning that the more people like this, the more YouTube shares my videos and the more we help to spread awareness about BPD. As always, if you're not subscribed, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification up top to get notified when I do post new videos every Monday. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back here next time for another episode of On the Line.